What's up everybody, Texas T-Man here with Vapin Gamers, coming to you today with another tutorial, how to get your PS4 and Xbox gameplay to be captured with Bebo without a mixing board and with or without a capture card. So let's get started. Now, in our last video, right, we did how to get the capture to work from your PS4, which you see here, using OBS and your mixing board to basically mix everything together and to add it. Now, today, we're going to do something a little different. I had a lot of people tell me, hey, I don't have a mixing board. I just have a USB mic, and I have got my computer. That's pretty much it. So how do I get around that? Okay, well, today, we're going to be taking a look at how to do this with a capture card and without a capture card. And special thanks goes out to PrefirezTV, who's a Twitch streamer who helped me kind of work on this and to kind of get an idea of where to go. He basically first did it with Bebo himself, so I'm going to put a link down below to his Twitch page. Make sure you guys go by and check him out. He's a real nice guy and a fellow streamer as well. So basically what we're going to be looking at today is pretty much, well, what are you going to need? Well, the first thing you're going to need, right, is a capture card, some kind of a capture card, whether it be an Elgato or what have you. Second thing that you're going to need is you're going to need OBS, because we're going to be using OBS along with the capture to basically push the audio out to the desktop and then tell Bebo to capture your desktop audio, what your speakers hear. Okay, and finally, Bebo. So I hope you all have it, because if you're here watching it, that means you got Bebo and you're ready to go and you're ready to rock and roll. So we're going to get that over here to the computer, and this is how we do it. Okay, so here we are. We're looking at OBS, right? So what we've got over here is we pretty much got a blank slate. It's going to be kind of like what I told you last time. What we want to do, I created this one called blank screen, so that way, hey, we can add the capture here from what the PS4 and the mix and the video capture card is basically collecting. So what we do first is we click the plus sign. Okay, we're going to do video capture device. And then here we're going to call it whatever. Let's just say PS4, or if you got an Xbox, you can do the same thing. Capture. Press OK. Okay, and so now it's going to say like, okay, well, what do you want to get? Right here, we're going to go look for our device, which is installed. In this case, it's going to be the Elgato Game Capture HD. Wait for it to come up. There's the signal. There it is. It says no signal, but it just takes a second for it to come in. Resolution really depends on what you want to do. Typically, I do custom. I like doing it in 1920 by 1080 because that's basically my output. It's, and sorry for my phone there. It likes to vibrate. I tried to put it off and whatever. But anyway, so 1080, 1920 by 1080, 60. Video format, all that stuff is fine. And then remember, now what we want to do is we want to take a look at the audio output mode. It says capture on audio only. But what we want to do is we want to take the audio that's coming from our capture here in OBS, and we want to push it out to our desktop. So like I said before, I like output desktop audio wave out. I think that particular audio setting tends to be the most stable. Select it. It's going to refresh. Give it a second to come back up. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to press OK. And now you can hear the sound coming in the headphones. And there we go. Now when you're ready to go, you're basically going to right click. You're going to choose full screen projector preview. And then you're going to go display 0. And boom. Now it's 100%. It's full screen. And now basically you tell Bebo to choose your desktop, whatever desktop you have this on. And it'll show the desktop behind your overlay. Okay, and now as you can see, now that we have Bebo up, right, and we have our full screen OBS screen on the other side, what we do now is we come in here to Bebo, and we scroll down, we go sources, plus, we go desktop. In this case, I moved it over to screen 2 so I can get a recording of this. Press screen 2, and there we go. Now it's your overlay, you add your camera, and everything else. So, but how do you get the audio now? Perfect, right? So now you go to sources, you go to microphone, select your microphone, whatever it is. In this case, I use line 2 USB audio codec. Maybe you got a Yeti, Snowball, whatever. Whatever kind of USB mic you're using, that's what you select for your input, okay? Press the X. Now, what you do, it's going to say edit because I'm using it in another program, and that's okay. For the purposes of this demonstration, I just wanted to show you guys how to add it as you go. Next, you're going to go to desktop audio. Now, I've talked to the guys at Bebo, and they assure me, and I have tested it, and it is true that if you select the default audio here, it'll be whatever audio is coming out of your computer speakers. Whatever you hear in your computer speakers, in your head, in your headset, will be what is projected out onto the stream. Now, the other thing that you got to remember to do, I'm going to turn my controller on here. As you're mixing your sound together, you want to make sure that whatever game that you're playing, you go down to settings, you click audio video, and you make sure that you select for your master volume for your game, you turn it down low enough so that way your microphone and yourself is higher than the game audio. And that's basically how you do that. And that way then as you're streaming and you get it kind of set up, your stream will be able to tell you, hey, you need to turn your mic up, or hey, you need to turn the game down, or hey, you need to turn the game up, whatever it is, until you get to a comfortable spot where you're comfortable with how the mix is. All right, and there we go. That's how you do it. You do it with a capture card, use OBS, do full screen, take the audio output, push it to your desktop with the wave sound option, or do direct, whatever you prefer. You know, like I said, myself, I find that the wave file format tends to be a lot more stable in the Windows environment. But now we want to take a look at, well, how do you do it without a capture card, right? How do you get the PS4 or Xbox gameplay to Bebo without a capture card? Now, luckily, we live in an age where, you know, companies and people like Windows and Sony have made it a little bit easier. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to be basically doing it with the PS4, basically remote gameplay. With the Xbox One, you have something called the Xbox app for Windows 10. Just make sure that you guys follow the directions, hook up your controller to your PC. For Xbox, for your PS4, you want to do the same thing. As you can tell here, I've got a cable. This runs all the way directly down and into my computer here. And I'll show you here in a second when we start up the PS4 remote play how that looks. Why do you got to do that? Because it's going to tell you to connect a cable. So that way you can do that. Make sure with your PS4 that it is connected to your network. As you can tell, mine is up on my TV, but I'm going to turn it off here in a second, and then I'm going to show you guys kind of the steps of basically how to get it situated. The next thing you're going to need to do is make sure you set up the app before you do the remote gameplay. That's very important. With the PS4 gameplay option, we'll take a look at the menu here in a second. You've got 360p, which is default, which is terrible. It looks like garbage, and you really don't want to be streaming that. Then you have 720p capture, which is all right. It's decent. And you do have the option for 1080p if you have the right kind of PS4. I don't think mine can handle it, so it'll probably default down to 720, but I want to show you guys anyway. And finally, the last thing you need to do this, of course, is Bebo. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. That's why I'm taking my time to do this, to show you guys the workaround to get your console gameplay footage into Bebo, because let's face it, a lot of us, we enjoy PC games, right? But a lot of us play on console. And so not having capture card support right now for Bebo kind of sucks. But you know what? They're working on it. They're working on a lot of things in the back end. It's an alpha right now. But I can tell you from talking with the guys like Tyler and Jason and Sean and those guys and Johnny, the development team, they are working hard. They are working just about nonstop to get this up to a point where it's stable and it's usable. And we've got all different kinds of support. I mean, honestly, Bebo is going to revolutionize the way that we do things. So anyway, without any further ado, let's check it out. How to set up PS4 remote gameplay to be used with Bebo. Okay, now that we're here, what we have to do first is we have to get the PS4 remote play. We got to download it, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to do a search. You're going to type in PS4 remote play. And this is basically where you can get it, remoteplay.dl, whatever. I know it's a long word, but hey, you know, at least you know that this is the site. You can download it for Windows PC or even Mac, but I don't think Bebo works on Mac yet. There's no Mac support, so you're going to want to make sure you do it for a Windows PC. Once you do that, then it'll put the link to your PS4 remote play here. You double click it. It opens. It's going to check for an update. It'll update if there's an update. And so use this PC to enjoy your PS4 even while you're away from it. So that's why you have to make sure to have your PS4 controller connected to that USB cable I was talking about earlier. Okay, because you got to press options button on the controller to start. But first off, what we want to do is we want to go by settings. We click settings. Here you can sign into the PlayStation Network. Gives you information about the app, so forth and so forth. Your resolution, like I said, when you first start it up, it should put you on low 360p. Okay, I would encourage you guys not to do that. At the minimum, you want to do 720 or put best 1080p, and if your PS4 can handle it, it'll put it out to 1080p. If not, it'll take it down to 520p. Frame rate high, I like it on high. It gives you some information here about it. When you have a fast connected to PS4, whenever you select high, the gameplay recording feature of the PS4 will be paused while using remote play, blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm not going to basically record my gameplay footage, right? What I'm doing is I'm going to do this, use the PS4 Remote Play to show it here on my PC screen so that way I can have Bebo capture it, including the audio. The cool thing about using PS4 Remote Play here is that the audio from your PS4 will automatically be pushed out to your desktop audio. And now that Bebo supports desktop audio, right? Because here's Bebo here, and we have the option when we go to sources to do desktop audio. It solves our problem, which is great. And thank you, Bebo, for including that, because that helped make this workaround possible. So now what we do, we put the resolution, frame rate high, whatever you want to do, press OK. And now you're going to take your button, and this is what happens when you press options. Let's say searching, turning on the PS4. Mine's connected to the network. I am hardwired in, guys, and I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. Be hardwired in, because you're going to get a more stable connection. You're not going to have a lot of packet loss, and you want to get the best possible quality that you can for your stream. So here we go. Here's my PS4. It's now, bam, it's on my computer screen. Same thing, like I said in the last thing with the capture card, you want to make sure that, of course, I'm getting all those notifications, blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Yakety schmackety. Get off my screen. Thank you. Your master volume and your mic volume, you're going to have to play with the mix in order to get it just right. Right down here, you're going to go full screen, and boom, there it is. Now it's full screen. Okay, well, now that we have that, now we're going to get a Bebo to capture it, right? So for the purpose of this recording, I'm going to move this over to my other screen so I can show you how that works. So I've got it over here on my other screen. I did full screen. I bring up Bebo here. I'm going to do sources. I'm going to do desktop. And I'm going to do screen 2 because that's where I moved it so that I can get it. And there we go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's your PS4 gameplay right there inside Bebo that you can stream all day long to your viewers. You're going to press sources. You're going to do your microphone. In this case, remember, it's going to be read it out because I'm using a different program to record my screen capture. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to go sources here. You're going to go desktop audio. And you're going to select default audio because that is going to be whatever your speakers are hearing. That's what you want Bebo to capture. And boom, there you go. You add your camera to the overlay. You put it wherever you want. Move it around, whatever. Do your frames per second, your bit rate on Bebo, and boom, start streaming, and you're good to go. And that is how you do it without a capture card. All right, well, there you guys go. That is how you can do your capture of your PS4 and Xbox gameplay on your PC with and without a capture card and to be used in Bebo so that way you can start doing console gaming that we all like to do. I mean, most of us, I think, do some type of console gaming. Some of us are just strictly PC. But if you're anything like us, like myself and Point, we use both. So if you guys got any comments, questions, don't forget, throw a sub, throw a like on the video, leave your comments below, and we would be more than happy to answer your questions. And don't forget, come on by, check us out. Throw us a follow up on Twitch over there as I look at my video. And come and hang out with us. We stream every Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And sometimes we do a special Sunday stream. Sometimes we do a late night Friday/Saturday morning survival horror stream, which I really enjoy doing right now. I'm currently going through Dead Space 2. Probably going to be going through maybe Dead Space 3 or Until Dawn, I think is the next one that I'm looking at doing. So anyway, we always got something going on. We love interacting with you guys. We love playing with our viewers as well, the different games we play. So yeah, thank you so much. And a special shout out again to PrefirezTV, who's a streamer over on Twitch, for helping me get this nailed down. And also for Bebo for giving us the option to capture our desktop audio. So anyway, you guys take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on stream. Enjoy.